Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Live Authentically with Krista. It's been a while since I've been over here. I've just been managing life. I've been managing life, and I figure, I don't like forcing anything. I just kind of like to share things as they come. And if I can't handle my life, if I can't handle the things going on in my life, then I don't want to be on here, So that's just kind of where I'm at. And I've been, dealing with harvest season and just managing my home, So thank you for being here. If you're new, welcome. I just wanted to create this channel to just share multiple things. I might share my faith. I might share, recipes, things about health, things about family, whatever I'm led to share, I'll share. And I also want to create this space to even share like skills that I learned too. So there's things that I've learned that to do because I learned about it, through videos, and then I put it into practice and I was able to fix things. So for example, I was able to fix my air conditioner myself. And I usually am afraid to do things. There are a lot of things still that I haven't done because I just don't feel comfortable doing. But this was something quite simple. I fixed my air conditioner myself, and I saved myself hundreds of dollars. And it was only a $30 part. Yes. That felt really good. It felt very empowering to do that. But I don't know. Sometimes I just do not like to try things because I don't want to break them. And sometimes I don't have a lot of confidence in myself because of that. So, anywho, this evening I was just kind of looking through my cupboard, or looking through my freezer. I was looking through my freezer, I was looking through my fridge, and just kind of going through some of my food like, okay, is there anything going bad? Is there anything that I should use up? Because I don't like being wasteful. I saw like 3 cucumbers that went bad. I'm like, oh crap, I don't like doing that here. So I ended up, taking them out, and it's not a complete waste because I like to compost. And if I'm not composting something, then I like to give it to my chickens, if I can't eat it, then those are the 2 places that I usually put my produce. And I was just kind of looking through my cupboard or my freezer, my fridge, and just kind of looking for things to use up. So for example, I had some strawberry puree, and I was going to make a cake with that. I was going to make a strawberry cake with that, but it didn't turn out. I just did not have the time to do it. So I just kind of let it be in my fridge here, and I knew that I needed to use it up. So I thought, you know what, why not strawberry muffins? So I made some muffins here, and I found a little jar of raspberries in my freezer. I'm like, well, I'm just going to throw those in there and just see how it turns out. Now, the recipe actually turned out. If the flavor is amazing, then I'm going to stick to this recipe all of the time for muffins because it was super simple and it didn't flop. Like sometimes if you overmix something, the muffin, falls in the center, which is super frustrating. If you overmix a cake, if you overmix cookies, so it takes a lot of time to learn things. And sometimes I make things amazing and sometimes it's a flop, but I just keep going and I keep trying to do the best I can until I find what works, and then I just kind of keep going here because I like to make things for my family. I like to bake sometimes. I like to cook sometimes. Not all of the time, but when I'm in the mood for it, I'm in the kitchen for a while, So I try to take advantage of those moments of inspiration when I've got them. So that's what I did tonight. I was probably in the kitchen for like 2 hours, and I made some strawberry muffins, and then I decided, why not try something else here? So I put some chocolate fit peanut butter powder mixed with the strawberry puree and to make a muffin here. and they actually smell really amazing. So I guess I'll have to try them out tomorrow, maybe. See how that tastes. But I was just looking through my produce, and I just want to encourage you, you know, like, go through your cupboards, go through your freezers, go through things, and try to not waste things, you know, just because you don't know what's going on in the future here, especially during the November, you know, you just never know what's going to happen during November and then onward, you know, depending on what happens during the election, you know, stuff happens. But anyways, that's what I was doing. I was just kind of cutting up produce and freezing things. So for example, I didn't get a lot in my garden this year because it's, I don't know what's going on here, if I need to add more things to my soil or whatnot, but I did a lot better than I did last year. So I will be thankful, and hopefully, you know, it will get better as time goes on. But I had this little bowl of peppers, and I figured, well, instead of just letting them go bad in my fridge, I'll cut them up and I will put them in a freezer bag. So that's what I did. Sometimes I like to use peppers, like I will scramble eggs. This is just me. I don't do it for my whole family because not everybody likes peppers in their eggs, you know. So I'll just do it for myself. I'll scramble some eggs up and I'll throw some peppers and a little bit of cheese in there, and it's super yummy. So that's what I like to do with my peppers. And I think pretty much the last thing I've got is carrots. I've got carrots in my garden that I got to deal with, and maybe that'll be tomorrow. I don't know. If I get some inspiration, motivation, I might do that. And also, I've got the carrot tops. I found out last year that carrot tops are, you know, that you can eat them. You know, you can eat carrot tops here. And I know I made a video on this channel once before, just talking about, you know, carrot tops and like a pesto sauce that I make. And I like to try and do what I can to, you know, preserve things. And I didn't realize you could eat that kind of stuff. And to describe what carrot tops taste like, okay, I researched and it tastes like parsley. Okay, it tastes like parsley here. But what I do in carrot top pesto, when I make a sauce here, I add garlic, a little bit of oil. I add like some almonds, and I think I actually added some cucumbers in there too. But the garlic makes it taste really amazing. So, and then I'll make it, use it as a dip for veggies, or otherwise, if I'm making pasta, I'll put a little bit of that pesto sauce in some pasta. But I usually don't do that for my whole family because not everybody likes that. So if I'm making just a small amount, then I'll just make it for me, you know. Anywho, so this is just ways that I try to use up things in my garden and try not to be wasteful. So anyways, that's my encouragement to you, is just go through your freezers. Go and try and use some things up so that you're not wasting. So I went through my freezer tonight, and I'm like, you know what? I've got some potatoes in the freezer. I'm probably going to make some mashed potatoes and gravy and some homemade meatballs for tomorrow for dinner, you know, along with maybe some dinner rolls or something, and maybe a side veggie. I don't know. So that was just my thought. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing well, and just curious, what do you do to preserve things in your house? So what do you do so that you're not being wasteful in life? Curious what you do. Feel free to drop a comment below, and if you found that this video is valuable, then feel free to like it. Comment below if you want to. Subscribe if you want to stay connected here. But really, I wanted to create this channel to just encourage other people, and just to be as authentic as I can here, to create a space where we can, you know, build a community and share things that are helpful. And I like to share skills as I learn them too. I like to share skills as I learn them, maybe recipes or just helpful tips, just to, you know, for life in general. You know, the more skills you learn, the more valuable of a person you are. So that's why I try to learn things. I try to become a student of things if I can, You know, sometimes I don't have confidence in myself with some things, but if I learn it and I conquer it, then I like to share it. And I like to empower others to do the same thing. That there are some things that we can do if we just put forth the effort to learn it and put it into practice, but I don't like to break things. So sometimes that's the reason why I don't do things, because I just don't feel confident enough to do it. So anywho, you guys have a great evening. I'll see y'all next time when I feel led to come back. So see you soon. Thanks.